guys, Denise Carew again. Those of you who know me know that I write books and have to flatten my mouth a lot. And today, I wanted to talk about a subject that I've been thinking about for quite some time. It has to do with the question of what is going on. What is all this talk about ascension? And every month they say new energies are coming in and expect all of this. And are you experiencing ascension symptoms? And why isn't anything happening? Why are we still where we are today? You know, and I've even said the same thing. I even got sucked into the false light trap, the light warrior, or I should say the light worker stuff. And, you know, it's just starting to dawn on me. And you know, when I listen to people who comment on everybody's channel, you know, their channeling blogs and their info blogs and stuff, everybody's saying the same thing. Oh, I can't wait for them to do this, and I can't wait for the ETs to come, and I can't wait for the angels to come, and I can't wait for God to save me and Jesus to come. And we're all saying the same thing. We can't wait, we can't wait. That's all we're doing is waiting. And, you know, it just really got me thinking. And when I ran into the false light stuff, which runs all the way back through the Christianity, the religions, the angelic realm, and how a lot of that is attached to the false light, and a lot of the New Age stuff is attached to the false light. It has to do with infiltration. Everything in our world that we know about, everything that we think about has been infiltrated. Even the people that have been guiding us, the way showers, you know, the ones that have gone in and figured out the new information, even you find out about them, you know, oh, so-and-so got infiltrated and so-and-so got infiltrated. But, you know, in the meantime, they had some great teachings, and it really got me thinking. And, you know, I go off my path every now and then, and I think a lot of us who are of the witchy persuasion, and you read my books, you know what I am. And I just think with all of this New Age stuff coming in, we're just wanting to learn and wanting to grasp what is really going on. And what it does is it takes us away from our path. It takes us away from the inside, our inner truth, because we're always looking to the outside to help us, always looking to the outside for the answer, always looking for something else besides what's inside of us. And I've realized, as many of you have, I'm a late learner, this is an organic process, people. And it has nothing to do with technology. You know, so many of us are just connected to technology. And yes, there are, you know, thank God for internet, because we're all able to speak to each other and speak our truths and speak our belief for that moment. And we know that our beliefs do change, and that's a normal process. It is. It has to be a normal process. And when I think about the things that I used to believe way back when, you know, I'm just glad that our beliefs change and we grow and we learn from them. And so, you know, this organic process and this ascension and this awakening, and, you know, yes, we can see it happening around us. We can see glimpses of what's going on, and we hear stories. And the biggest thing is with our children, you know, our children are waking up, and those that are not being infiltrated and vaxxed with, you know, mind-numbing, controlling drugs, those children who, thank God for the brave parents who were able to escape this programming and this poisoning, what bright souls they are. You know, and so many of them are coming in and they're asking questions about our organic world, our organic connection to Gaia. And one of the questions that all of them ask is, why do I have to eat that? Before they even know, really, truly, you know, they're not programmed that meat, this comes from the grocery store. You know, you don't have to raise and kill an animal and, you know, no, it's grown in a vial in the grocery store. That's what meat is. The word meat, what meat? It's cow flesh. It's lamb flesh. It's not meat. And so many of these kids are the ones that are still allowed to come in and be who they came in to be and are not vaxxed and dumbed down and infiltrated. They are the ones that are saying, I'm not going to eat that. I don't want to eat that. And I just think it makes me think. And so here we are back to this organic process. And the way to ascension, or the way to growth and the way to awakening, is through Gaia, Mother Earth, Terra, Gaia Sophia, whatever you want to call her. We have to remember, though, she is not a goddess. She is not a god. She is not source. She is a sentient being just like us. And there are those out there who are finding out that we are like cells to her body. She is part of us. We are part of her. And but you know, when all of these natural disasters happen, people are like, why is this happening? And it's like, you know, if you think about it, when we talk about our ascension and our evolution, it includes her. It includes all of the natural realms. And I think that is where we need to be, this organic process. We need to reconnect with Gaia. We need to stop looking to the stars. We need to stop looking to the ETs. We got to stop looking to the angels. We need to reconnect with Gaia, reconnect with all of her natural realms. I mean, these people that are animal communicators, and I do a lot of that. I have a lot of really cool stories. And every time something happens where I'm able to connect through nature, I just feel that much closer to Gaia. And I think that's where we all need to be. That's where we all need to go back to. You know, the way of the wise woman, you know, the women's mysteries. We talk about the divine, the return of the divine feminine, and, you know, and that is all part of it. It's coming back to balance. And we are so out of balance with Gaia. And she is our train ride to what it is we think we're going to, where we're going. We are riding on her back. And, you know, science sees it. I mean, the splitting, the Earth 2.0, we have two Earths. We have the solid, third-dimensional, dense Earth, and pulling away is the new Earth, the Earth that is becoming more luminous, more etheric, higher vibration, and she's pulling away. She is evolving. And I truly believe, this is my belief right now, that in order for us to see that, we need to make that decision. Which earth are we on? And we need to remember that we are part of nature. Nature's part of us. We are not the supreme being. Oh no, oh my gosh. And we have to realize that, and we have to look at nature, and we have to reconnect with nature once again. And we have to remember how sacred the water is. We have to remember that the elements, earth, air, fire, water, they're all living beings that we are part of. And with all of that, we do not exist. And as long as we separate ourselves from that, the longer we're over here in 3D Earth. But once we go, okay, we want to see, I want to be part of this new world. How come this isn't happening? Well, start doing your work. Start reconnecting to Gaia. Learn from the witches that everybody is so afraid of, who've been doing this for millennia, coming here trying to help the people. Even Dolores Cannon, when she was doing her regression work, she started learning about these people, these beings that were coming here lifetime after next to help humanity. And we give them these terms, you know, which has such a dark connotation right now that it just, you know, turns everybody off. And so all these people, when Dolores Cannon found out that all these people were coming in to help, and everybody was, you know, we know all about it, the Inquisition, the witch burnings, and, you know, there was that period in time. And it goes right along with magic. I mean, magic is real. The problem is the ones that are controlling this world right now, they're the ones that are doing the black, the dark, nasty magic to control us. And they're the ones that have put it out there that magic is wrong, witches are wrong, anybody that does anything with nature is wrong, because they don't want to be found out. They don't want any competition. They don't want the light workers, the white witches, working against the dark magicians, the dark sorcerers that control this world. But people are waking up to that. They're realizing, oh, spiritual warfare. And it's much deeper than the Christianity stuff. I mean, you talk to the Christians and so many of them are like, oh, you know, burn the witch. But as soon as you say Pizzagate or, oh, the people that are controlling the world, you know, they're in dark, they're dealing into dark satanic worship, they're the first ones to go, that doesn't exist. It doesn't make any sense. You know, so this is where I get back to, we are riding on the back of Mother Earth. And if we don't get that she's in charge, and that we don't start passing the tests, we are not going to see the new Earth. We have to do the work. You have to do the work, people. You have to do your own work. You have to die the little deaths. You have to go through the dark night of the soul. You have to pass the test. You have to give up the 3D Earth if you want to experience and move into the new dimensions. And if for you, and if part of that is looking at all the other beings that are on this planet, right down to our flowers, right down to our crystals, rocks, our trees, and go, oh my gosh, you are a living being. Oh my gosh, I do hear your voice. You do have a voice. And this has been proven. I mean, they have technology now that can hear plants, their songs. You know, we need to do the work, and we need to reconnect, and we need to respect nature and realize that we all need to live together in harmony. We need to stop digging the earth up for all of the gold so we can, you know, need I go there? Do you get my point? And these people, I'm sorry, but eating meat, here we go again, I'm sorry, eating meat. Years ago, I mean, so many of you, how many of you have IBS? So how many of you have migraines? How many of you deal with just nausea, gas? How many of you take Nexium, Pepcid, Tums? Do you ever stop and think that your body is rebelling against you? Your body is saying, stop it already. You're killing me. I cannot take it anymore. why don't you sit down and be quiet for a minute and listen to my body? Because what you're putting in is destroying me. You have lost your connection to the organic process of your ascension by putting in GMOs, caffeine, sugar, processed foods, and meat full of hormones and whatever crap. I mean, I've heard stories of farmers feeding their cows cement dust, newspaper wrappings, whatever, just to get pound weight on their cows. And you're ingesting that? Stop and think for a minute what you're putting in your body and wondering why you're not moving forward. You know, I was so sick. IBS was horrible. And I'd go out every Friday night with everybody else and have a big steak and, you know, French fries and hors d'oeuvres and drink beer and pop and whatever else. And it was the rush to get home to get into the bathroom. Or halfway through the workday, my stomach would be so upset, I couldn't even work. I mean, it was like a bowling ball in my stomach. Any of you resonate with that? Any of you ever connected that with what you're putting in your mouth? The light went on for me. And the migraines. Oh my gosh, the migraines. Go to the hospital. Back when Demerol, they'd inject you with Demerol because I'd be vomiting so bad, my blood pressure would be dropped because of the severe pain. Yes, some of it was hormones, but remember, all the food, all the meat we ate was injected with hormones. I mean, the cotton full of hormones. Women with all the hormonal issues and endometriosis, something of which I had to deal with. And I didn't realize that I was actually dealing with it until my daughter had to have surgery and lose one of her ovaries and fallopian tubes due to endometriosis. She had a 7.5 pound cyst in her body that burst the second they went in to do surgery. She almost died because of the hormones, the dioxins in women's tampons and women's napkins, and the dioxins in the chlorine and the chlorinated water we bathe in and we drink. That has nothing to do with living harmoniously on our planet and living and talking and communing with Gaia and all of our natural realms. We need to wake up, people. This is not that we're allowing this to happen to us by how we live on this planet. And you know, our children are coming into the world, and those who are not being dumbed down and poisoned are telling us, I don't want to eat that, Mommy and Daddy. I don't want to eat that. And we think it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. It's so funny. Wake up, people. Parents, learn from your children. It's time now. And until we pass the test and we do the work, we will not see a change. You will not see a change. You will be sick, and you will be taking the drugs, and you will be what? What does the Native Americans say? The white man does not live. He just survives. And that's all we'll be doing, is just surviving. We'll be coming home every night, barely making it in front of the TV to eat our TV dinner and our bucket of chicken wings or whatever, and then falling asleep in front of the TV and letting our brains be, you know, infiltrated once again. And so I just, you know, I just want to say, hey, we're all waiting because we haven't fully come to the realization that our ticket to evolution is through Mother Earth, through reconnecting with her, through taking our guidance from her and learning from her. And no wonder she has to go through all of these cleansing periods of fires and droughts and earthquakes and tsunamis and deluges and everything else that she's throwing at us, because she is trying to evolve and she's going through the symptoms that we are going through, the ones that are waking up. So I, once again, am getting away from the infiltration and the false light, and I'm going back to my roots, and I'm going back and I'm listening to nature. I'm really working hard on my diet and at least honoring the sacrifice that is given, and at least learning where it comes from, and what those, do those animals have a voice, you know? And for me, the proof is in how I feel. My body is happy. My body is saying, thank you for listening to me and not eating that garbage, that dense garbage, and then having to dump pills and all that other crap on top of it to mask the pain of eating that dark, negative energy. And I know some of you will look at me and go, oh, you're crazy. Well, that's where you're at. And maybe one day you'll go, wow, something is resonating, because I've done the same thing. I went off and not eating meat for a while, and then I went back to it, and I found all kinds of justifications, and then I went back to feeling like shit again and being sick. And then it dawned on me again, oh, I'm doing this to myself. You stupid, you're doing it to yourself. Wake up and stop it. But we're lazy, aren't we? We don't want to do the work. And when we don't do the work, this is what happens. So listen to these kids, these new kids that are coming in and going, why are we doing this? Why is it like that? Why are you like that? I don't want to learn like that. I learn differently. You need to listen to them instead of going, oh, what's wrong with you? You know, I grew up a weirdo. Oh, Denise is a weirdo, because I thought differently. I thought outside the box. But, you know, external society is going, oh, get back in that box and listen. You are to be heard, or you are to be seen and not heard. You heard that? Remember that one? Seen and not heard? Oh, quit your crying. I don't see blood. Quit your crying. Empathy. There we go. People don't have empathy anymore. And if your kid is a tough ass, isn't out there beating the crap out of somebody, you know, that kid is useless. Pussy baby, you know. It's time for us to listen. It's time for us to listen to the living planet that we are riding on through this organic process. Because our evolution is only through the organic process and not the technological brain-numbing process that we are so connected to. And so it's like if you get unplugged from it, you cease to exist. We see it in our children. I could go on and on and on. So if you're wondering, if you're stuck in wondering why nothing is happening in my world, why am I still here experiencing the three-dimensional density? Reconnect with Earth. Take an animal communication class. Learn how to grow herbs, grow a garden. Take a class on how to use crystals. Learn about essential oils. Eat organic food. Sit outside and let the sun penetrate your skin. Yeah, that's good. You know, get back into nature. Uh, get outside and take a hike. All of you, read a book about everything that I just mentioned. How about getting a book on witchcraft? I'm not talking about satanic worship. That's completely different. There's all kinds of ways. We're just not doing it. We just want somebody else to do it for us. We're still waiting for somebody else to do it for us. And as long as we all wait, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to keep waiting. I think the next episodes I'm going to talk about my experiences with my infiltration into Earth and Gaia and how I learned to commune with her through the natural realms and all of the things that happened to me and how that brought me to where I am today. And if you read any of my books, you will learn about that because a lot of my books are based on my life's experiences. So, enough ranting today, guys. I'm serious about this. I am dead serious. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen anymore. You can unsubscribe, you know. But at least think about why it is that I really irk you, or why it is I'm getting under your skin. What is it? What do I need to get rid of it? Am I being filtrated by a false truth, a false light? I don't know. I guess you only can know, and you can only figure it out by going within. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys. And next talk, we will get more into how do you do it? How do you really connect with Gaia? Ask the witch.